These 30,000 units are 100% complete as to material, means no material will be applied in this process or in this month. But these units are completed with respect to 65% of the labor. It means the remaining 35% needs to be worked on. So the units, on these units, the remaining 35% will be worked upon. Got this point? This is the key. If we have the beginning inventories, then we have to see how much work is done and how much work needs to be done. Understand? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now what happens next is that these units carry some cost as well. In these units, material cost was 3,300, direct labor cost was 600, and the factory overhead was applied at 120% of the direct labor cost, that is 720. Luckily, this cost is given. If it is not given, then we have to calculate, that is 120% of direct labor cost. Can you just calculate 120% 600, 120% of 600? Will it work to the 720 or not? Just for a quick check.
Okay. Yes, it is 720.
So done. It means these units and these are the costs. Now, obviously, in this month we will also put some units into the production. That is, units started. So it was the 31st March, means we are at 1st April. So during the current period, that is April, we started 90,000 units fresh injected, and out of the total units which are in the beginning process and which we have fresh started, the combined, the transfer out was completed, was work to be 100,000. And it is also clear evident that from 90,000 units, 100,000 units cannot be produced. It means there may be some opening units also in the process. Okay, the units which started or the current period cost, the April cost, constitutes to be this: material, labor, and factory overhead. Now, units still in process are 20,000, and these 20,000 are completed 100% with respect to the material, but 25% with respect to the direct labor. So this is the situation, this is the scenario. This question is from our textbook. Now what we have to do, we have to do all that things that we have performed, that is quantity schedule, equivalent production units, and uh, equivalent production units, cost accounted for, cost charged to the production, and all that. Okay. So we will begin with the quantity schedule and how it will be tallied. See this. First of all, obviously, yes. Are you saying something?
Yes. What about the FOH percentage?
FOH percentage. If it is not given, then it will be combinedly called as direct labor plus FOH that I have told you, CC.
Yes, but is it given? I don't see it.
Yes, it is not given. That's why I am saying that it is the combined effect. Direct labor and FOH, that is 25%. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Now quantity schedule. First, we will take the opening units or WIP units beginning. How much? We are just making the quantity schedule, means we will take only the units, 30,000. And again, we put into the production, that is started units were 90,000. So in effect, we had a total of 120,000 effectively the units. Clear?
Yes.
Then out of these 120,000 units, the completed units were transferred. So we will write as transfer out. How much units were transferred to the finished goods? That is 100,000.
100,000.
And some of the units were still in process. That is WIP ending. How much the ending units? 20,000. So see the above the quantity schedule. This started and the transfer out and WIP is now tally as earlier. So this amount and this amount is telling, it means we have made the quantity schedule correct. Done?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's time to make the equivalent production units EPU. What happened? Can you see the screen?
No.
Let me connect. What happened? What happened? Is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
Very much problems. EPU, first we will write here material, labor, FH. Now it's depend on us whether we can write labor and FH or CC. But what the problem will occur? Problem will occur in the calculation of unit cost because we have given the labor cost separately and the FH cost separately. And if FH percentage is not given, then we will consider it same as the direct labor percentage. Clear?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we will write the normal phenomena, that is transfer out. Transfer out will be 100%. It will be 100,000, 100,000 here, 100,000 here.
Can we also say completed units?
Obviously, those units which are completed are transferred out. Otherwise, they will not be transferred out.
Yes.
Then WIP ending with respect to the percentage. They are completed with respect to the material 100%, so there will be 20,000.
Yes.
And with respect to the direct labor and FOH, it will be 25%. So how much would be the 25%? 20,000 into 25%?
5,000.
5,000. That will also be 5,000. So we have got the equivalent production units that we had understood the concept. Now what will be the equivalent production units? Here it will be 120,000, 105,000.
105,000.
Now the next procedure was the calculation of the unit cost. Unit cost will be the total cost of the material
And
plus
per unit cost.
divided by the EPU. Yes, remember that.
Yes.
So see
Yeah.
we have got two material costs. One pertains to the beginning units and another pertains to the current period production units. So the total material cost would be 3,300 plus 9,900. So what would be the total cost of the material? 3,300 plus 9,900. Please calculate.
1,3,200.
Sorry, how much?
Uh, one 13,200.
13,200.
Yes.
And what about the labor cost? Labor cost will be 600 and 5,700.
Yes. 6,300.
6,300. And the FH cost would be 6,840
plus
plus
720. 7,560.
7,560. And unit cost.
So you basically have to divide it with the
Just,
EPU.
just divide by this.
Yes.
Can you calculate?
Divided by $9.
9 per unit, $9. And
Yes.
labor,
105,000 divided by 6,300. $16 and
and
1,760. $13. I'm actually not rounding it off because the last time I rounded it off, it the answers were very weird.
was different.
Like it wasn't equal.
Okay.
Yeah.
No issues. Total unit cost.
9 plus 16 plus 13, which is 38.
Let's see if there is any difference or it is. Okay. And what would be the total cost that we have to account it for?
One six 27,060.
27,000
160.
060.
Yeah, 060.
This is the total cost that we have to account it for. Okay. Now the next step is cost accounted for. What will be the value of transfer out?
It would be 1 second. 38. 380,000.
How? 100,000 into
Into 38. So basically 3,800,000.
possible 2,300. Let me check. There is something, you have done something wrong. You have calculated unit cost wrong. 13,200 divided by 120,000. How have you calculated it? It is not this divided by this. Cost divided by units. Got it?
Okay.
Dollar 1.11. 0.11. Recheck it. 0.06.
Yes.
0.072. The total cost would be 0.242. Done. Got the point?
Yes.
Yes. 0.242. It would be 24,000. Done. Now we will calculate the WIP
Yes.
ending. WIP ending would be calculated in three phases. The units multiplied by unit cost. Units multiplied by unit cost. Units multiplied by unit cost.
Yes.
It would be material, labor, FOH.
And effort.
Material
Or
20,000 multiplied by 0.11
yes. And
and
then 5,000 into
5,000 into
0.242.
0.06 and again 5,000 into 0.072. So this would be, can you tell me the answers?
Yes. So for material, it is 4,840.
4,840.
Yes.
Okay, and it cannot be
For
like this.
material,
20,000 into 0.11, how is 4840?
oh yes, yes, yes. I was multiplying it by the total cost.
Yes, 2,200. The
Yeah,
moment you told me, I just got confused because 27,000 is the total cost. It cannot be exceeded. When I
yeah.
add, so it will be a problem. 2,200, 5,000,
5,000 into
0.06. I have,
0.06, which is
I have,
300.
again
Yeah,
5,000 into
and then
0.07,
300,
360.
360.
So the total
Yes, 360.
360 plus 300 plus 2,200. It is 2860.
60. Yes.
Again, there is problem.
Hmm.
Yes, it is 2706. This plus this. Calculate what is the amount. Is it 27060?
Yes, it is.
Now we have tallied the cost that we have calculated and we have divided into the what we can say basically is the transferred out cost, that is units completed, and the WIP ending cost. Now it's time for the T account.
Yes.
How the T account will be made? Like that. Two columns here,
Debit and
two columns here. Units, dollars, units. So we will write first units started, that is material, labor, and overhead. Started cost, started was 90,000 and their cost was, but basically here we will write first WIP beginning because we have WIP beginning as well. WIP beginning were 30,000 units, and the total cost of WIP beginning was this. Can you calculate it? Total
Okay. 9,000 times
3,900 plus 720.
You mean 3,300 plus 9,900, right?
No. 3,300, just the all cost of WIP beginning.
Oh, okay.
This is the
3,000 plus
WIP beginning
6
cost.
plus 120. It's 4,620.
1 second. How much?
4,620.
4,620. Now, the current period production, that is material, labor, and overhead. Material we started was 90,000 units, and materials cost was 9,900. Labor cost was 5,000,
700.
5,700, and FOS cost is 6840.
Yes.
Please just wait 2 minutes. Adhan is going on here, then I will continue. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now we can calculate the total. The total would be what, 20,000. This would be tallied by this 120,000, 120,000. This area is basically the upper side. This area is the lower side. And the units will be tallied by the quantity schedule. Now, can you calculate this, the total cost? Will it, is it work to be the 27,060 or some other amount?
No, it is 27,006.
060. Have you calculated it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I am
Yeah, I
writing.
did.
Trusting you, I'm writing it. Okay. Now, in this part, that is the credit part, we will write out first transfer out. How many units we have transferred out? 100,000.
100,000.
And what is the cost of 100,000 that we have calculated as 24,200? Isn't it? Then we have the WIP
Yes.
ending. This WIP ending will serve as the CD and it will be here at BD in the next month May. But we are not making the month of May. We are in the month of April. So WIP ending units are 20,000 and their cost is
20,000.
2860.
60.
So now it will be automatically tallied, self-balancing. That is 120,000 and 27,060. This is the concept that we have the WIP units beginning with respect to the any process. Clear?
Yes.
Any issues? Any question?
Okay, here it's the same. Just one small question. The
Yes.
debit and credit side, it's the same as a normal T account.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
What's coming in is the debit and what's going out is the credit. And the balance is the CD.
Yes.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I am making you think for the next session that we will continue tomorrow. But just think over it. In this question, what we have done, we have some units in the beginning and we put some units in the production. Like this, if I can make any diagram, wait. Okay, let's suppose what we have done. This is the process. In this process, we had already 30,000 units in beginning. And now we injected the fresh units of about 90,000 units. Then these two units started and the production was carried out. And from these units, the final product of 100,000 was transferred to finished goods. Is this the idea? This is the idea in the previous question what we had did. Getting it? Any problem?
Yeah.
Okay, now
No.
someone can ask whether which units you have worked on first. Whether these 30 units were worked on first or these 90,000 units were worked on first. Then we have two answers. We may have two answers. We can say that we don't know which were worked on first. Or we can say that my boss had told me that since they were the previous month units and they need to finish on the priority, therefore I worked on the beginning units first, then I worked on the current month units. Getting this scenario? Understanding this point?
Yes.
Okay. We don't know means I don't know whether it was the first 30,000 units beginning or they were the 90,000 units that were injected fresh. Means they were the mixture. They may be the either 30,000 units, they may be the 90,000 units, or there may be 10,000 units from M, from the beginning, and 30,000 units from the fresh injected. Means it may be mixture. I don't know what happened here. But here, In this case, we are clear cut about our production facility that first we worked on this unit, the beginning units, then because maybe the order was lagging behind. So the first we first worked on the beginning units, then we worked on the current month units. It means it means that this is the scenario of if we have applied this method means beginning units first then current month units. This is known as we are using applying FIFO method in the process costing. What is the FIFO? FIFO means first in, first out. That comes first will go out first.